Yeah, so, Ben's, it's funny having the recognition for the Mass Riot IPA is sweet, but that's not even Ben's best area. His sour beers are just incredible, and that's really what started getting us some notoriety is the way he does his sour beers. So we're really all over the board. Stylistically, like we have a Rogan beer on, which is a pretty obscure style, like Hefeweizen yeast, but with rye malts. It's like really complex flavors. It's not terribly popular, but he executes it so well. One of my favorite beers we do is Lockdown Brown, just a real simple brown ale. I think an underappreciated style. It's such a great food beer, especially when you're like a gastropub like we are. Burger, it's a total burger beer. I love that. These sour beers are incredible. This 4-piece pale ale that we're enjoying is so underrated. Like if we put the word I in front of that pale ale, this beer would fly. So that's some of the challenge too, is like getting drinkers to understand sometimes like how special a beer is, educating them. Being that we are a sour brewery as well, watching some of the faces is pretty intense. So not everyone digs sours. You have to walk them through the process of why it's sour, why it tastes like that. We find a lot of wine drinkers dig the sour beers. So we take our beer seriously, but then we have goofy stuff. We have a beer on right now called Puff Puff Shiv. And it's a brown ale that we put 50 boxes of Cocoa Puff cereal on. And the beer was a mistake. It was brewed in amber ale, and the malt he was using turned out to produce a darker beer than he wanted. So we're like, you really can't call it an amber ale. We've already done the coffee thing. Like, what else can we do? And then we remembered a brewery doing a bunch of cereal beers at a fest we went to. So we went to the store and bought a bunch of boxes of cereal, started dosing beakers, and determined that we thought Cocoa Puff would be a fun beer. We were traveling up in Vermont, driving around trying to come up with a name, and we like to reference, like, obviously the prison theme. We always like to reference that, but then pop culture as well. And we started quoting from the movie Friday, where Smokey's like, "Puff Puff," and I will repeat some of the other language he was using. So, and then Ben's in the back seat just giggling. He's like, "Puff Puff Shiv," So it was like goofy. It had a pop culture reference to it, but then we tie it back into the whole prison thing. So that's the most polarizing beer we've definitely made. People love it, people hate it, they don't understand it. We've had a couple of super beer nerds like, this isn't even a beer. They get almost like angry that we put cereal in a beer, but we bring it to every festival we go to, and people just go bananas. They literally go cuckoo for the beer. If I could get as cheesy as I possibly could about the thing. So stylistically, we're all over the place.